Have you ever seen people around you that are business owners? They're very successful and they still have time off. They still have a lifestyle that sometimes is envious to see how they're doing. And we ask ourselves, how is it that they have time? You know, we're having a successful business, so many employees, so many things going on in their lives, and they still participate in the community. They participate with their families. They take vacations, and the company continues to grow. I recently had a client tell me, I have a cousin that has a business and it's growing, and in the middle of the day, he'll ask me, "Hey, let's get lunch," or let's meet for coffee, and I'm like, I can't leave right now. I'm in the middle of my work day, and he tells me that his cousin is very successful and is doing very well, and this is what we strive to. This is where we want to get to, right? To the place where the business can continue to grow. It's running on its own, and we have free time. The reason that a lot of the people that we know, or some of the people that we know anyway, have successful businesses and yet have the lifestyle that they want is because we become what we think about all day long. And once again, this is not something that I'm the first to come up with it or anything. I'm not even taking credit for it. I think it was Ralph Waldo Emerson who said it. We become what we think about all day long. And it's so true, and we refuse to accept it. We refuse to accept that 95% is mindset, 5% is strategy. So what happens is we continuously are looking for new ways of making things work. We're taking new courses, reading new books, doing new things that perhaps maybe will get us out of that plateau that we're sitting in and to the success that we're looking for. And because we think that when we have this amount of money, when we make these amount of sales, when we have this many clients or these many customers, then we'll be successful. And what we don't realize that it's completely the opposite is you will not have that money or that whatever you call that success until you become successful. It doesn't work the other way around. That's why we hear all the time about people that win the lottery or good athletes that end up broke at the end of the day because they didn't become that successful person. They didn't become that millionaire before they received $1 million. And therefore, at some point they lose it all. And in business, it's the same thing. If you're struggling to grow the company, if you're struggling if you hit the ceiling and you're struggling to get to the next level, continuing to look for new magic pills to have that breakthrough might not be the answer. You might need to change the way you're thinking. You might need to do an inventory of your thought patterns during the day. There's people that automatically think every day that everything they're going to do is going to work out well and it's going to be fine. Everything that they're going to try, it's going to work. Every sales meeting that they go to, they're going to be able to close the sale. And that's their way of thinking. And you see these people, they have success. They're constantly producing the successful activities that you would say, oh, that guy is successful. And then there's other people that are constantly complaining. They're saying the market is no good. The economy has gone ahead, or the government is doing this or doing that. And you see the results they're getting, and it's very true of everything they're saying. And yet you got somebody right next to them doing exactly the same thing, and they're being profitable, they're being successful, and they're moving along their company. Well, the reason is because we become what we think about all day long. So in order to break the pattern, what we need to do is, first of all, realize what is it that we want. People that are not successful usually don't know what they want. They can make a list of what they don't want, but it's very hard for them to express and come up with what is it that they want. And until you have a clear picture of exactly what you want and where you want to get to, it's going to be very hard to get there. It's like wanting to go somewhere, and that somewhere, it's not very clear to you. You don't know where it is. You just know that you want to leave where you're at, and then you head out somewhere. But you never know if you're going to get there because you don't know where you're headed to. With growing a company is exactly the same thing. If you don't know exactly what you want of your company, you don't know what you want to receive from your company, if you don't and not aware that of the lifestyle that you want the company to provide, then you're going to always be complaining about what you're getting because what you're getting is not what you want, right? So break that pattern. Think about the things that are not working for you right now and stop doing the things that are not working. Stop it, do something else. Start with a brand new mindset of, I'm going to reach my goals. I'm going to obtain what I want. I'm going to be clear of what I want. So that first part of it is very, very important, of being very clear of exactly what you want, so that you know that the path that you need to take to get there, instead of being lost in the middle of where you're at and continue to hit the ceiling and not being able to break through and expand to the next level of growth that you want. If you want more clarity, like I said, take action. And then that's the third thing that I have for you is take action. The second thing that I want you to do is be aware of what you're thinking. Be aware of, what do you think about money? What do you think about the company growth? What do you think about your employees? What do you think about your products? What do you think about your service? What do you think about your customers? Everything, your vendors. What do you think about each one of them? What are your feelings towards them? Do you hate your clients? You hate your employees? You hate your vendors? Or what are your thoughts about them? If you're not aware of the thoughts that you're having, you might not even know that you're the one that's hindering the growth of your own company. You need to take inventory of your thoughts, and then in one side of the paper, take a sheet of paper, one side, divide it into one side, write, what do I think about? What do I think about? And even in your personal life, my relationship, my kids, my wife, my in-laws, everything, in business, what do you think about my employees? What do you think about my company growth? You'd be surprised that your thought pattern is giving you the results of where you're at right now. So many business owners are thinking growing a business is so hard. The economy is in chaos. There are no clients. It's hard to find clients. The vendors are not flexible, and the employees, you can't get good employees nowadays. And this is common. This is very common of a company owner's way of thinking on a daily basis. The results, they're poor results. They're not getting where they want. They're struggling to get to what. It's very hard to get a sale in. It's very hard to contract a good employee. Yet for those that are moving in a different mind frame, they're vibrating in a different, I lost the word right now, in a different frequency. That's the word I'm looking for. They vibrating in a different frequency. They attract these good employees. It's not difficult for them to close sales. They're growing at a fast pace. They're taking time off. They're having, a week ago, I was with one of my clients, and he just came back from vacation. And it was funny because he said, I really, every time I leave on vacation, I disconnect from the company does better. You know, we get more sales, the projects are doing better. It's almost like I should do this every week, you know. And their way of thinking is incredible because they have this clear picture of exactly how they want their company to work. And they have, when they started out with me, they said in 5 years, we want to let go of the company and make sure that that company is running on its own. And 2 weeks ago, they told me 2.5 years to go. And I didn't even know what they were talking about. And what he was saying is 2.5 years, we could be freed completely. And I think they're moving so much faster that they're probably going to reach their goal way before. But it's so clear to them. And these were business owners that didn't take vacation. They worked 15, 16, 20 hours a day. They hardly had any family time. And now all that has changed. And it's changed mainly because their mindset changed. Their mindset all of a sudden turned around. It is possible for us to have this growing company and at the same time for us to have the lifestyle that we're looking for. And right now they're living it, they're experiencing it, you see? And so that's why it's so important for that second step. Be aware of what you're thinking. Do the exercise of figuring out what is it that you're thinking. We spend so little time thinking about what we're thinking that's why we get the results that we get, because we're either complaining or we are talking bad about our employees, our customers, and everybody around us. And we don't realize that that's what we're attracting. That's what we're creating. Okay. And like I said, the third thing is action. You need to take action, and you need to take a different action. It's not take the same action that's not giving you the results that you want. You know, it's breaking that pattern, breaking it somehow so that the action steps that you take are leading to that vision, that clear vision that you have. And if you need help with this, you can go to juancarlosbernal.com/consulting. It's right here, and set up a strategy session. Let's go over and see what's going on in your business. What's holding you back? Let's create that crystal clear vision of exactly what is it that you want for your business. Let's create an action plan so that you can get a strategy going that's going to help you not only with the growth of your company, but with your own mindset so that you can continue to grow and you're not the one hindering the company from growth. Let's discover what are the blocks that are keeping you from growing your company. Let's clarify all that so that you can be free and start working, you know. But if there is no action, we're always hearing about knowledge is power. The reality is that it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have, if you don't put it into practice, if you don't exercise your knowledge, otherwise, think about it. All librarians will be millionaires, you know, right? And even in different industries, for instance, you can take a doctor and with all their studies, 8, 12 years of studies, and still you see some doctors that are very successful and others that are not. The difference is what we're talking about today. It's mindset. You know, how clear are you about what you want, right? How aware are you about what you're thinking? And how much action are you taking on a daily basis to achieve those goals and those objectives that you have in the short run, in the long run? I suggest take the session with me. It's completely free, and we could really work through the blocks that are hindering you from growing your company and freeing yourself so that the company can start giving you the lifestyle that you want. Thank you for being with me, and we'll see you in the next video.